What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all having a fantastic day today. Now, today we will be checking out some World War III gameplay over today's Battlefield commentary. Now, if you guys want to see this game a little bit more in depth, I've made multiple videos about this game in the past, and actually very recently as well within the past month. So if you guys want to check that stuff out, I do have a full playlist made just for this game specifically, and also I will be live streaming this game today. So if you want to see this game a little bit more live and in action and see some live impressions, then by all means tune into my live stream. The link to that is down in the description. I do over on Twitch pretty much every single day besides Sundays. Now, ladies and gentlemen, when it comes to Battlefield 2042, I believe the majority of the community is completely fed up with this title. I mean, you could do whatever you want to this game, but I think down to the core, Battlefield fans will never love nor enjoy this game. They could change the map designs, which they are, in current works of doing. They have a completely open forum where you can go discuss your own opinions and ideas when it comes to the map designs in Battlefield 2042. And they also plan to open up another forum discussing specialists in this game. So we'll see how those things go. Of course, on this channel, we'll be sure to cover it when, things do go live. But, like I said, I think down to the core, pretty much everybody is done. They could change absolutely everything in the game. They could add more content. They can, mess around with the specialist sayings and change their quotes and stuff like that. They could do anything in this game. Change the map designs. But the core of this game just simply does not feel like Battlefield. And more than half of the community cannot relate to this game. So right now, as harsh as it is, I really had high expectations for this game, I'm going to be honest. Unlike Vanguard, Call of Duty Vanguard, I'm a hardcore Call of Duty guy. For anybody who's new to this channel, I've been following Call of Duty for a very long time. And this is probably one of the first years where I have not made any content revolving around Call of Duty, because I was just tired of the franchise absolutely letting me down. So the one thing that I did is I set my expectations for Vanguard stupidly low. And what did that do for me? It allowed me to enjoy it partially more than the previous titles, but at the same time, it let me down just as much, but I'm just glad because my expectations weren't up for this one. Battlefield 2042, sadly, I had my expectations up. With all honesty, watching, DICE's past track record, it seems like they're pretty much on top of it. I mean, they had Battlefield 3, they had Battlefield 4, Battlefield Hardline, once again, that was a little bit of a more controversial game. Not really enjoyed, but it was still decently a Battlefield game. Battlefield 1, outstanding title. People were a little mixed on it since it's World War I, but I think down to its core, it's still a fantastic, unique experience. And then one of the biggest flops they've had is Battlefield 5. Now, out of all these games, yes, Battlefield 3 and Battlefield 4 had a very slow period of time to build it up to make it a better game. But unlike Battlefield 5, at least those games were good down to its core. Good designs all around, which made them awesome for the community. Battlefield 5, for me personally, was one of DICE's biggest flops, and one of their only flops as well when it comes to a full release. I'm not talking about just the base game at release, no, I'm talking about the 2, 3, 4 year cycle of the game with full, bug fixes, glitch fixes, all that stuff. I still, to this day, think Battlefield 5 just simply isn't an outstanding Battlefield title. So that was their biggest flop. So for me personally, I was thinking to myself, DICE has kind of been on it. They've had some mistakes in the past. They've had rough launches, but down to their core, they know exactly what they're doing. And then they released Battlefield 2042. And again, like I said, my expectations were so high. And because they were so high, this game hit so badly. And like I said, with all the proof in this game, I just simply don't see any return to make it better. So me and a lot of other players are more than likely looking for the future of the Battlefield franchise to see what's coming up next, basically. And with all honesty, I can finally see a tiny, tiny, tiny light at the end of the tunnel now. Battlefield 2042, I didn't see it anywhere. I was trying to see it. I was literally using a magnifying glass just to find just a slight bit of hope for 2042. Couldn't find anything. But for the next title, I actually feel something with this one. Because, again, you got to keep in mind, EA, they've had a little bit of a rough time when it comes to Battlefield 2042. More than half of the top dog devs have left the development cycle. They have completely left the team. So all the people who know how to work the engine, know what, Battlefield's all about, all the OGs and the GOATs, are gone. We have a fresh, brand new studio, and it's a little bit rough right now. They're trying to learn the ropes, and on top of that, it's horrible management. Management is just disgusting when it comes to Battlefield 2042. They won't be honest with EA if they need more time. They're rushing products just so they can get, 2 thumbs up, a bonus check, and to be happy with all their cash. But recently, EA completely changed up the staff to work on Battlefield, and I gotta say, I think it's going to be much better for the future of this franchise. Not with Battlefield 2042. Again, I was kind of holding hope for these new individuals who came into the game to, fix the present day situation of Battlefield. But I think I'm slowly coming to the realization that that is not going to happen. These individuals aren't going to have enough time to be able to completely revamp that game. They're only going to be mainly focusing probably on the future of the whole franchise. And those individuals who got brought over by EA to work on Battlefield are individuals like Vince Impella, who worked on the original Modern Warfare games, like I believe Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2, before they left and made Respawn, which is, the main purpose behind Apex Legends, one of the biggest BRs out there of all time. And also Marcus as well, who is one of the head guys when it comes to the Halo universe. And as we all know, I say this every single time I mention this man, he's an absolute legend. The Halo universe is literally one of the best universes known to mankind in the whole gaming industry. Absolutely perfect. So to have these two individuals on this game is fantastic. But again, even though we have them, it's still worrying to think that we don't know what the future holds for us. But thankfully, these people who have been, put into charge now with Battlefield are at least open with us, unlike the developers for Battlefield 2042. They actually speak and they keep us up to date. Now, Marcus put out a tweet over on Twitter saying, "Hey, Battlefield friends. When I'm not reading forums about what is most important to you, I'm focusing my attention on building our new studio here in the Seattle area. We are slowly growing and getting things established." So, already, right out the gate, he makes it very clear that the majority of his time not only is, making sure that the new studio is up and running and looking good, but at the same time, he is keeping up to date with the Battlefield community and seeing what we want. Again, a lot of these developers always think that these games are about them, but in reality, it's about the consumer, the people who are purchasing them. So to see one of the top dogs who are going to be working on Battlefield make sure their main focus is the community and what we have to say is very uplifting. It makes me feel a little bit more confident about the future. But this isn't what really caught my eye. What caught my eye was a response down below. Unique put out a tweet, a response to his tweet saying, "Please make Battlefield gritty again. Make it feel like you are a part of a real war and make it believable." And Marcus goes ahead and says, "I love all those ingredients." Literally, what Unique has said here is pretty much what we've all been screaming at the developers working on Battlefield 2042. We have been chanting this exact saying to them for ages now, and not a singular response from anybody, which, once again, like I said, makes me lose hope for Battlefield 2042. I don't think we're going to have anything very realistic or gritty or anything of that sort coming into Battlefield anytime soon. We're going to have the same cartoonish, Apex Legends style vibes and a Battlefield game for a hot minute. But once again, seeing one of the top dogs coming to manage the Battlefield franchise say that these ingredients, the things that this individual just stated, and something that we've all been stating for ages now, is something that he absolutely loves as well. And this is not the first bit of information Marcus has responded to with these type of, ideas. He's responded to multiple people in the past with the same exact response to, having a realistic, nitty-gritty Battlefield game. From everything that he has said, with all honesty, at this point, I don't think there's any possible way the next Battlefield game could turn out to be another Battlefield 2042, because we would have way too many screenshots, we would have way too much proof, and these developers are being way too open, dangerously open, to be able to take a different direction at this point. You gotta think, EA brought in one of the head guys from the best gaming universe, and he agrees upon every single concept that the hardcore Battlefield community thinks about their own game. And at the same time, they brought in Vince Impella, one of the head guys, who created the whole storyline for Apex Legends. So with these two individuals combined, they might be able, with, both their brains connected, bringing in the nitty-grittiness that Marcus wants to bring in, and also just having a great storyline and storytelling that Vince can actually put towards the picture here. We can have one of the best Battlefield games ever. Now, I know it's extremely positive thinking, and more than likely, who knows, it might just not happen. But man, I mean, it just seems impossible. I mean, this guy is literally, he's one of the head devs now for the studio, and he is agreeing with everything that we're saying about the nittiness, the grittiness, and also the realism when it comes to Battlefield while still keeping that arcade flow of the game. If they can potentially nail that, then with all honesty, that will be one of the best Battlefield games in the whole world. But ladies and gentlemen, thanks so much for tuning into this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like. Bones, I hate it. Leave a dislike. Also, if you're brand new, enjoy the content, don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification button. Also, want to chat with me, there's 2 ways to do so. I have Twitter and Discord, both with the link down in the description. And also, want to catch me live streams of video games over on Twitch. Link that is in the description as well. But guys, thanks so much for tuning in. See you on the next one. Peace out.